Hey, before we even get started, I want to say, Nate, you, sir, are a great man, and you better not let anybody tell you anything different. You will always have a place in my heart. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy BlkHammer once again, and today we are reviewing this show right here. It's a Netflix series Maid. If you haven't seen it, you're definitely missing out. I know for the two people who are subscribed to me, which one of them is my wife. I admit my wife is subscribed to me, but for that other one person, yes, I know it's been about a week since I posted my last video, but as you see, I got a new set. So it took a long time to kind of get that set up between working and family and working some more. But guess what? BlkHammer is back with another review, and today, like I said, we're talking about this show right here. This show, Alex finds herself as a single mother after an abusive altercation with her daughter's father. This begins her tough journey as she struggles to maintain relationships and to make ends meet. Now, I know for a lot of people my age, this sounds straight out of the box of a Lifetime show. I'm not sure if you guys are old enough or you probably watching it right now. You know what I'm saying? Lifetime was one of those shows that my mom had on 24/7, and I had to watch what was on TV, and it was pretty much the premise of this movie, but it was so boring, and it was just a cookie cutter type show. They would just take the same plot and premise and put it into another different show with just different actors, and I just got tired out of my mind of shows like that. So when I first seen this and kind of read the overview of it on Netflix, I was panicked. I didn't want to see that show. It had like 8-9 episodes, and I thought I would just be bored out of my mind. But I wouldn't be making this review if I thought it was actually good. So here we are today, and what I like to do, I'm still in the process of creating a rating system, something really basic, but yes, something that really describes in detail how I feel about the show. So one of them is visual. Now with this show, of course, there's no Superman flying, there's no Captain America fighting Hydra in any scene, so it's not going to be some sort of explosives, dynamic views where you're getting a drone view of a battlefield or something like that. It's just Alex here and her perspective and her life. So you know what, you can't really expect something just crazy out of the box like that, but there is a few things that I did appreciate that really made me feel more for her character. And I feel a lot of shows that really don't allow you to dig deeper into a character's psyche and how they really feel and try to transmit those feelings to you. I think the show did it very well with a couple of ways. One, there was a couple of scenes where she had, you know, for example, $20 in her account, and she would have to go get gas, and you can see right there on the screen as she's looking at her phone, or you know, kind of just thinking in her brain, you can kind of see the intensity on her face, and you can see right there like her money literally like minusing out of her account. And I don't know about you, but when I get that notification on my phone that Hulu took another $10 out of my account and I thought I ended that subscription, it hurts, you know. So you kind of get that just relation when you see that, like, man, she literally has $3.13 and it's on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? She gets paid every 2 weeks and she has to survive off of $3.13. So I think that was a clever way to kind of relay to us, like, this is literally how much money she has. She's not just saying it, but you can see it on the screen and see her face, like the happiness just drained from her face every time something would come up in life and she would have to use the couple of dollars she has to make ends meet. And another part that I like about this series is she was talking to one of her counselors trying to apply for like rental assistance and, you know, just government assistance. And there was a scene where she was filling out paperwork and literally like the paper would say like white trash or you're lazy or get a job or you're nothing, like on the paper in big bold letters. And that's just kind of relaying to us that this is how she is feeling when she's filling out this paperwork. Now, of course, the paperwork doesn't literally say that, but that just kind of gives us another element, another way to kind of connect with the character, because I'm pretty sure a lot of us been in similar situations where just the circumstances that we are in make us feel like even the paperwork that we're filling out is looking down on us. And I think this show did a really good job with displaying that. And without kind of giving spoilers, there's other unique situations like this that will kind of give you another aspect or perspective from Alex when she's dealing with whatever situation she is in, to kind of let you understand this is how she's interpreting this information in real time. And I think it's pretty creative. So it kind of, once again, allows us to understand how she feels and relate, you know, her situation to ours. Now, right off the bat, after like 2-3 episodes, I swore I got those Pursuit of Happiness vibes, you know, with Will Smith, where his situation at the beginning of the movie was about to here, and then, you know, circumstances and tragic happens, so it brings him down to here. Then eventually he rises up beyond where he started, and now, you know, he's a millionaire. He's rocking gold chains and just got females everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I thought this show was going to kind of mimic that, but once again, without giving spoilers, why? You know what I'm saying? For those who've seen all the shows, it feels like it could have been a more grandest ending, you know what I'm saying? Like one that's like, you deserve every ounce of happiness that you have found. But you know, like we'll probably get into some spoilers later, so I can really give you some concrete examples in the show for the reasons why I'm feeling like that. But it does do a good job where it starts right off the bat where she's running from her daughter's father, which is her boyfriend or fiance or something like that. And it starts off right at the struggle, and there's so many instances where some of them are believable. I do understand that some of these circumstances that she finds herself in are believable. There's probably like one or two where it's like, if she would have made a common choice, it probably would have ended the show right there. But of course, you know, they got to make like 8-9 more, you know, episodes, so they can't just end the show right there. But they do a good job where we are like literally on a roller coaster. Like we're cheering for her one episode, the next episode we're like, why are you doing this? You're stupid. Do not pick up that phone. And then there's other instances where you just like feel hopeless for her. Like her life is just meant to kind of just go as planned and as just pretty much like her mom, you know? So it does a really good job where it kind of takes us along the ride, and you laugh with her, you cry. Well, I didn't cry, but you know, my wife shed a couple of tears for her, and it does a really good job with making sure you feel exactly when she's happy and when she's sad, and even when she's in between. Now, what this show does do, which kind of separates from the Lifetime cookie cutter type shows, is where abusive, emotional abusiveness, am I saying that right? Emotional abuse. That's what I'm trying to say. That right there is tricky, because when it comes to physical abuse, and I've never been physical abuse, so I'm just really speaking from what I know and what I've read and what I've seen, that leaves a mark. So when people see that, they can say, look at the marks on her face, on her body. She is being abused. We need to get her out of this situation. And it would be a tad bit, I'm assuming, a little bit easier to kind of get people to take you serious. But when it comes to emotional abuse, like that's in your head, and you can't really have people, you know, come into your brain and see and feel for you. So it's hard to relay that to people. And with this show, it does a really good job, because Alex is not really boisterous. She's not like, calling the police and just explaining to people in detail what he's doing to cause emotional abuse to me. She's, kind of frail, kind of soft-spoken. So it's hard for people in this show to take her serious in one aspect. And then there's situations where she does explain, but nothing really gets done. And I'm trying not to give you spoilers, but it's really interesting. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who do go through emotional abuse could watch the show and say, this is exactly how it feels to be emotionally abused, because it doesn't leave physical marks to show people. It's all mental. And the relationship between her and her daughter's father is perfect, because at some points I felt for him. I was like, you need to give him a chance. Like, he is crying, like he got the snot bubbles all out. It's like this big on his face. He's crying, shedding tears on his knees. He has like Boys to Men playing in the background. Like, he is literally trying to make this work. And there's situations where it looks like he's trying to improve, but then, I mean, we already know that doesn't really mean anything, because that is a part of the emotional abuse, because that kind of wheels them back into the situation to where you can grab a hold of them and then treat them the way that they want to treat you, essentially. So this show does a really good job of showing that, and showing how Alex is struggling to relay that to other people, her family and friends. So it's really good when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to the acting, of course the acting is great, because when it shows like this where there's no diversions, there's no explosions, there's no CGI effects, there's no no over the top things to kind of get your attention off the acting, shows like this is relying on acting. And when I say the acting is good, even the child in this show is a better actor than me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like Denzel type actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But this little girl is even such a good actor. I believed her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt for the child, But I say all that to say this. What they did to Nate was wrong. Okay, like I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but they needed to respect Nate just a little. If I had to shed a tear for anyone, of course it'd be Alex, because her situation was sad. She was going through the emotions. Emotional abuse is a real thing. But Nate, you, sir, are a victim too. You know what I'm saying? You poured your heart out and it just got stumped, and you still respected her. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to you, Mr. Nate. And if you guys haven't seen the show, you got to see it, and you will understand what I'm saying when I say hashtag put respect on Nate's name. That's a long hashtag, but put respect on Nate's name. Okay. But overall, I would have to say this show is really good, and it really does a good job of drawing the audience, or at least me. I can't speak for everybody else, but it did a really good job of drawing someone like me who's not really into shows like this. I mean, it was top like 10, so I had to watch it. But it did a good job with the first episode of hooking me in, and then the next thing you know, I'm binging like 2-3 episodes a day, which that's all I could really offer because I work 10 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So it did a really good job of keeping my attention, which is important, and it kept me hoping for the best for Alex and her daughter Mandy. Yes, her daughter Mandy. And just with all the other relationships that she's trying to mend or she's trying to cut off, it really put me in her shoes, and I was like, damn, that's a hard life to live. And if a show with 8-9 seasons can relay that, I think that is pretty daggone good. So I'm gonna give this like a B. I'm gonna give this like a B minus because they did my boy Nate wrong. So, but once again, It's your boy BlkHammer, and don't be afraid to leave a comment at the bottom if you made it this far in the video. Let's have a conversation about this show, and I will see you guys in the next video you're gonna watch right now. Peace.